Hisia kinzani zilithihirika kwenye kikao cha bunge la kitaifa wakati wabunge walikuwa wanajadili ripoti ya mapendekezo ya bajeti. Hii ni baada ya mwenyekiti wa kamati ya bajeti bungeni Ndindi Nyoro kuwasilisha ripoti hiyo bungeni siku ya Jumanne.
In the sugar sector, we have allocated around 700 million to 1 billion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker. One, to enhance in terms of payments of arrears of farmers, but also number two, Honorable Speaker, to increase the sucrose level, to increase the technology in the sugar sector.
Supplementary appropriations bill determining how you want the resources of this country to be spent. I expect you to listen carefully and contribute diligently.
Commend the team, the finance, the budget and appropriations committee, because we've also managed to maintain or to restore some of the allocations to fertilizer, for fertilizer subsidy, allocations even to the farmers, to cushion our sugarcane farmers who have never gotten an allocation, the 700 million that would go towards paying arrears of cane payments to the farmers that had never been paid, and also to the farmers, those that are for the coolers, for the dairy farmers.
Mr. Speaker, agriculture accounts for 18% of our gross domestic product. And Mr. Speaker, in the report of the Budget Committee, we are happy that we are going to have subsidized fertilizer. But Mr. Speaker, we do not want to have the same story we had the last time, where we had fake subsidized fertilizer being distributed to our farmers. As a House and the committees of this House that are empowered to do oversight, we must raise up our bar to ensure that these funds that are being dispersed to the committees that we oversight in this particular House do their active role and do it properly for the benefit of the people whom we represent.
If we are able to put our monies in issues such as agriculture, and Honorable Speaker, while I welcome the good budget that has been put in the Ministry of Agriculture on issues such as empowerment of farmers through subsidy fertilizer, the 3.1 billion, Honorable Speaker, to tea matters, the common user facility, and also subsidized fertilizer, the coffee debt matters to do with coffee, and also, Honorable Speaker, the sugar matters. I also called upon this House to even look at even ways we can have even bigger budget, Honorable Speaker.
My only disappointment is that in the budget, we are allocating a paltry 700 million shillings towards the sugarcane sector. Honorable Speaker, Nzoia farmers, Nzoia employees are owed quite a lot of money, courtesy of non-payment. And Mr. Speaker, I think in the committee of the whole House, how I wished that we will need to increase the sums of money that are going towards the sugar sector reforms so that our farmers and the employees who are in those particular factories can be able to benefit and feel part and parcel of this particular government.
100,000 trained primary school teachers who we have totally forgotten as far as employment in the education sector is concerned, Mr. Speaker. Where are we condemning these 300,000 P1 trained teachers, Mr. Speaker?
Honorable Speaker, we have 2.3 million students who are going to sit their national examinations this year, in the next 3 months. And there's been a policy in this country that the government will waive the examination fees. Honorable Speaker, 5.1 billion, which is supposed to be going to the waiver of the examination fees, has not been factored in this budget. And we have only 3 months to the national examinations. This, Honorable Speaker, is going to be a challenge to the parents who will be forced to go back to their pockets now to finance the examination fees for those students.
This supplementary budget, bill, has helped us and that's going to encourage our children to go to school and stick to the school, other than going there and running away because there is no food. So the feeding program.
And with reduction in corruption, many of our school-going children, especially those who come from poor families, will also just attend school like any other children. Then also, people who are living below poverty level, the gap between the rich and the poor will be reduced. This is evident because if actually a few people in Kenya, like 10% that have been controlling the economy of Kenya, will actually not have access to having it all like it has been, then a lot will trickle down to the grassroots people.
The issue that I think needs to be considered very seriously is the question of the 10 billion that has been reduced from the Teacher Service Commission, which was supposed to finance the second phase of the 2021-2025 comprehensive bargaining agreement between the teacher unions and the TSC. Honorable Speaker, these teachers are parents to the youths who are demonstrating on our streets recently. And if this comprehensive bargaining agreement between the Teacher Service Commission and the unions is not sorted, I'm afraid we may see the teachers who are the parents of the Gen Zs joining their students, their children on the streets.